That was the roar from a supercharged Chicago Stadium crowd Sunday night. The reason? Blackhawks 10, Montreal 2. Thus did the Hawks complete hockey's most historic turnaround from last place in the Eastern Division in 1968 and 69 to first place in the Eastern Division in 1969 and 70. No other National Hockey League team can make that statement. The Blackhawks and Boston Bruins both finished with 99 points in a fantastic finish. But hockey deadlocks of this sort are dissolved first in favor of the team winning the most games during the season. The Hawks won 45, Boston 40. And they got a record-shattering 15 shutouts from their man of the hour, rookie goaltender Tony Esposito. Goyette to the blue line, dropping it back to Barrison. Barrison leads to Goyette in front, a shot, and a great save by Esposito. Another shot is broken up into the near corner, and Tony Esposito has made a tremendous game-saving play. Tony Esposito, the goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks, who had an absolutely fabulous rookie year. And in my book, he's here 3 trophies for this guy. The Vezina, of course, the Calder, and the Hart. Are you shooting too high along that line, Tony?
Well, I don't think I don't know. There's other guys in the league that are just as good as I am, if not better. And I just be happy. I'm happy I won 1 trophy. I won the Vezina trophy, and I'm very happy about that. Whatever comes from this, I'm not even worried about or concerned. If it comes, I'll be very happy to accept it. But if it doesn't, I won't be heartbroken.
And, of course, the important thing, and I know the kind of a player you are, you're a team player as a goaltender. The important thing is to win this championship, and we have won the Prince of Wales, and another one coming up, Tom.
Well, I'm very proud of the players in front of me. I tell you, I've never played with a bunch of men like this. I'll tell you, when the season's over, I think we're going to have a nice... well, the season is over, but not over. It's over officially, but not for us because we have playoffs. And I just would love to. I'm going to take the boys out, I think, and throw a little spread for them. They've been great for me. It's great to me. And all I can say is I'm proud to play with them.
Well, they're proud to play with you, Tony. I know that for sure. And again, congratulations on a fabulous season, and good luck to you and all the guys in the cup.
Thank you very much.
Okay. 5 seconds left to play. Barkley Plager behind the net. 2 seconds, 1 second. And there it is. The Blackhawks have won. Defeated the St. Louis Blues by a score of 1-0. And Tony Esposito is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates because he has just tied an all-time National Hockey League record for shutouts by a goaltender in 1 season. He now has 13. Esposito and the Hawks beat the St. Louis Blues 1-0. And what an exciting moment. Harry Lumley had held that record. He came up with 13 shutouts in a 70-game season in 1963 and 54 while playing for Toronto, and Esposito has now matched that. Power play hockey for Detroit. Dale Rolfe leads it out for the Red Wings. And he gives to Connolly. Connolly up the right wing, checked by Jarrett. Off the near board of the near corner. And Howe puts it over to that far corner. Off the side of the net. Trying the backhand, but unable to get away with Mohammed. Back to Rolfe. Rolfe with a shot. The play with the rebound. Beautiful save by Tony Esposito. Unbelievable. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. A shot by Connolly is wide, and the game is over. The Blackhawks win it by a score of 1-0. And Tony Esposito has now set a new all-time National Hockey League record of 14 shutouts in 1 season. He tied it a few days ago. And now, with a 1-0 shutout in a mighty big game against Detroit, he is being absolutely swarmed over by his Chicago Blackhawks teammates for setting a new National Hockey League record of 14 shutouts in 1 season as the Blackhawks win it 1-0. The Blackhawks all season long A man didn't know where the lightning would strike next. Makita skates to the center line. Makita to the blue line to Dennis Hall. Right back to Makita. Beautiful play. Makita trying to center it. Dennis Hall was overled. Back to the point. And Bill White. Flush shot. Gonna go! Well, Bill White got the shot away from the far point. But Stan Makita was right off the corner of the crease. He took a swipe at it. Whether he got it or not, we do not know because the red light went on. Let's find out.
Yes,
we're going to lose.
Yes, Lloyd. Makita tipped it past Johnson for his second goal of the afternoon, his 35th goal of the season. White, of course, gets an assist on the play. The goal coming at 5:57.
Rotten steals in the New York Devils. To the near board. Dennis Hall, big point. Out the center right, take on his field. To the blue line. On the left wing. He centers in front of shot. To go! When the history of this season is written, the name of the great Bobby Hull will emerge in bold letters as it has so often in the past. Center ice play, Doug Mullins off the far board. Bobby Hull leads it to the blue line. And Gotti has it, has to retreat to the center line. Leads ahead to Bill White. White to the blue line, trying to get by. Goes into the near corner. Checking on the play, and Gotti digs it out of the corner. He wants to center. He does!
Getting a standing ovation. He grabs the puck, takes it over to the bench, and Bobby will get a standing ovation. Lloyd, I'm going to try to get him.
All right, Lou Boudreau is now climbing into the penalty box, trying to get Bobby if he can. Bobby is skating at the center line over toward the bench, a standing ovation from a jam-packed crowd here as Bobby Hull has picked up his second goal of the evening, his 28th of the year, and his 500th of his career. What a thrill. The crowd is still standing. A standing ovation for the Golden Jet as Lou Boudreau is now talking to referee Wally Harris to see if we might be able to get Bobby over just for a couple of words with Lou Boudreau. Bobby is now being congratulated by Doug Mullins. Billy Ray, the coach of the Blackhawks, behind that bench over there, slapping Bobby on the shoulder, and the crowd will not quiet down. Come on, Bobby. Here's Bobby coming out to center right, and he's going to come over to Lou Boudreau, I believe. Let's go down to Lou.
Congratulations, Bobby. I know you're very happy, and so is Mrs. Hull and your entire family. They're sitting down there at the end. We're fortunate to have our two boys with us, Bobby and Brett. Flink is homesick, and of course the baby he doesn't know about yet.
A memorable moment, a memorable season, and one in which the Blackhawks had to fight for everything they got. Action on the far side at that board. Wayne Carlson trying to throw a couple of punches on the Eric Nesterenko. Nesterenko being held back. He takes a punch from Esposito. Nesterenko and Esposito now. Nesterenko a good right hand to the high forehead of Nesterenko, and they pile up on the board. Two separate fights going. The Carlson fight has ended, but Esposito and Nesterenko are still going at each other, and the two linesmen are trying to break them up as Bobby Hull is holding on to Wayne Carlson now off the far board, and they all pile up as things settle down. Gloves and sticks all over the ice. Esposito came on to hold off Nesterenko, and then no sooner did he hold him off than he took a right-hand swing at him. I don't believe that Nesterenko ever did get a good punch in on Wayne Carlson or from Esposito. Let's go down to Lou Boudreau and find out how he saw it.
I saw it the same way as you, as Esposito pulled Nesterenko away from Carlson, and Esposito thinking differently than what Nesterenko was thinking, actually let him have two good right hands. Nesterenko was, of course, protecting himself against Carlson, not Esposito.
Dallas Smith is being checked by Cliff Coral in the near corner. Derek Sanderson comes out of the play, and Dallas Smith throws a right hand at Coral. No penalty. Now Magnuson getting involved in it. Dallas Smith. Now Derek Sanderson. And Magnuson. And Magnuson on the right hand. Another right hand by Sanderson. The officials finally get involved to pick him out of there. They're breaking up those two. As in comes Garnet Bailey. And driving over him is Jared as Garnet Bailey comes on. And Nikita's got him on the bear hug. And the officials having trouble breaking these guys. And now Nikita and Garnet Bailey, they wrestle to the ice. As Magnuson and Sanderson have been separated by the linesmen, Pat Stettler and Ron Finn, and things settle down. As everyone is separated on the ice, and this penalty box again is going to be loaded. Jarrett, Coral, Rick Smith, Dallas Smith, Nikita, Garnet Bailey, all involved in wrestling matches as Derek Sanderson and Keith Magnuson went at each other, and some solid punches were landed by both players. The Chicago Blackhawks, authors of an unforgettable hockey story. They lost the plucky Kenny Warren because of illness. They lost Pat Stapleton to injury, but they still managed to survive. And in the wake of their annihilation of the Canadian Sunday night, Coach Billy Ray heaped credit on his rookies.
I have got to give the kids on the club, the rookies that joined the club this year, they didn't fold up in the stretch. I think a lot of people figured that the rookies wouldn't stand up in the stretch run, but these kids certainly all came through. Pinder, Coral, Schmer when they used them, Magnuson, Esposito, they were all terrific. Esposito just had a fantastic year. He kept us in hockey games time and time again with his great goalkeeping and the record that he got this year. I just didn't think that was possible in modern day hockey.
Lloyd Pettit, anxiously awaiting the Stanley Cup showdown, Chicago versus Detroit. This show has been produced by Jack Rosenberg and directed by Jack Minovich. All of us salute the Blackhawks, alive and well and living in Chicago.
Although the Blackhawks did not win the Stanley Cup in 1970.
All right, to the center line, leading to Nikita over the blue line on the slot. To the right side, and Pepper, they shot and Dryden makes the save, and nobody knows where the rebound went. And it came to the near board as Dennis Hall was put down. Set it off the far board. Nikita with a shot, a save, and no rebound. Back to the blue line. Stapleton with a shot, no rebound. Another shot, another rebound. Bill White skates it out to the center line. Bill White putting on the brakes, continues to control, looking for someone to lead to, gives it to Jimmy Pappin at the blue line, trying to break it into the slot. He is put down the solid check. Nikita picks up the puck. He's in front of it. A beautiful bit of work by Stan Nikita in coming on and slipping that puck into the net right off the corner of the crease. Jimmy Pappin was there on the perfect play, and Jimmy Pappin posted behind Ken Dryden. And the Blackhawks didn't waste much time in the second overtime and have taken the lead over the Montreal Canadiens in the final of the Stanley Cup competition, 1-0 by defeating them in the second overtime by a score of 2-1. Was broken. So Whitey goes over to the Chicago bench to get a new stick. Rajon Houle for holding at 8:46. A 3-3 hockey game. Gotti on the ice along with Chico Mackey, Jimmy Pappin, Bobby Hull, and Pat Stapleton. Face off outside the Hawk blue line on the near side of the rink. The draw off the near board, taken by Angotti and Bobby Hull. Intercepted at the blue line by Mahavlich. Mahavlich on the left wing. Mahavlich is shot and a goal! Deflected to the backboard on the left side. Martin pokes it out in front. O'Shea is shot. Goal! So Danny O'Shea got a second chance on a fine centering pass from the backboard by Pitt Martin. Onto the stick of O'Shea. He shot once, it came right back to it, and he shot again, and it just skidded along the ice and hit the lower right-hand corner of the net. And the Blackhawks lead the Montreal Canadiens by a score of 2-0. And Lemaire carries it out. Moving down the near side of the rink, he skates to the blue line, to the center line. Lemaire winding a long shot to go. Chuck Lemaire from about 10 feet outside the Chicago Blackhawks blue line. Wound up, and he hit a sizzling slap shot that went by Tony Esposito, and the score is now Chicago 2 and Montreal 1. The draw to the Blackhawks. Nestorenko being checked by Lemaire. Nestorenko throws it behind the net. It's off the side of the cage, put it in front. A shot, gonna go! Lemaire got that puck as it deflected off the side of the net, and he threw it to Henri Richard, who was wide open in front of the net. Richard pokes it past Esposito, and this hockey game is all tied up 2-2. Still in the Canadian zone. Dumped out to the Canadian blue line to Rajon Houle. Leading to Henri Richard on the left wing. Henri Richard coming out in front. A shot, gonna go! Henri Richard was wide open at the Hawk blue line. He came in on the left wing, past Magnus
Wilson. He moved in front of the net after drawing Esposito over, and he poked it home. And the Montreal Canadiens have the lead over the Chicago Blackhawks, 3-2. Nikita to the blue line. Nikita moving to the slot, dropping into Carl. Carl is checked from both sides, and it's off the side of the net. Now Dennis Hull digs for it. It's stolen away by Beliveau. Less than 2 minutes to play in regulation time. Possession to the Canadiens. Up to center ice. And Jerry Pender waiting. The long slap shot is deflected by J.C. Tremblay into the far corner, and Tremblay recovers and throws it around the near board of the Canadiens. Out to center ice. Chico Mackey digs for it, but Rajon Houle has it on the right wing. Rajon Houle moving into the slot. A shot and a save, and no rebound. Hooked away by Stapleton. And Stapleton off the near board. Leads it ahead to center ice to Dennis Hull to the center line of Chico Mackey. At the blue line on the left wing, Chico Mackey leading into the slot and deflected off of Ferguson. Stapleton behind the net. Slips, falls down. 32 seconds left in regulation play. The Hawks net is empty. Stapleton coming out of his own zone to center ice and led to Bobby Hull at the blue line. Stolen away by the Perrier. Taken by Cournoyer. A long shot is off the mark of the open net and picked up by Bill White into the near corner. Bill White digging for it. Off the near board to Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull and Nikita at center ice. Nikita to the blue line. Winding, taking the slap shot, leading in front of it. Kit Martin couldn't get his shot away. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jimmy Pappin a long shot, and there it is. That's all she wrote. The Montreal Canadiens have defeated the Chicago Blackhawks and are the 1971 Stanley Cup champions. They are absolutely wild. They have gagged their goaltender, Ken Dryden, as well they should. All the players on the Canadian bench swarming around their goaltender and now around their coach out. Stapleton leading to the far corner. Off the skate of Campbell. Bobby Hull the shot deep. And a goal. A beautiful turnaround with shot by Jimmy Pappin as he was fed perfectly by Bobby Hull from the right wing. Pappin was just in the slot. He wheeled around and he slapped it past the goaltender on the lower left side of the net, and the Hawks have a power play goal and they lead 1-0. So, moving into the near corner, he centers all the way back to the blue line. Here's Bobby Hull, a shot, and a goal! Just off the corner of the crease, but in either case, the Blackhawks have the lead over Vancouver 2-0. And the crowd gives a standing ovation for Bobby Hull. If it is indeed his goal, he has moved into sole possession of second place in the all-time individual goal-scoring race behind Gordie Howe. If it is Bobby Hull's goal, it'll be number 545 and takes him out of the tie with Maurice Richard. The crowd continuing their ovation as Bobby Hull, now sitting on the bench, has raised his right hand in recognition of the tribute. As Bobby Hull is now behind Gordie Howe in all time. There's Bobby Hull standing on the bench. And another tremendous ovation from the crowd. That's no hat trick for Hull, but we have a few hats on the ice. And once again, a tingling bit of excitement at Chicago Stadium as the golden jet of hockey has thrilled the crowd. And now let's replay one of the most exciting moments in professional sport. A slap shot is saved by the Jordy. Campbell to the slot. Bobby Hull. A shot. A goal. Spreading him out on the right wing. Barris is trying to lead it back. Can't do it. Chico Mackey. Chico Mackey coming in all alone. Moving his right. He needs the shot. Over the blue line of Detroit, but poked away from him by Rutland and taken by Del Vecchio at center ice. His lead on the left wing to Ecclestone. Ecclestone with a shot and a goal! Tim Ecclestone from the left wing got a low wrist shot underway. Tony Esposito was over on the right side of the crease. He tried to get the left skate out there to block it, but it went by just an inch or so, caught the lower portion of the right side of the Chicago net, and Detroit has tied it 1-1. It leads to Makita. Makita up the slot to Chico Mackey in front of backhander. A goal! Stan Makita in taking that puck away and flipping a fine backhand pass to Chico Mackey, who was really sprinting down the slot. Right on his stick, Chico came in with fine skating and stick handling, deep Joe Daly, and flipped it past him into the net, and the Blackhawks have the lead by a score of 2-1. Switches out to the near point, and here's Ferguson winding his left side. Taken by Coral, and Coral skis it in the near corner behind the net, heading for the far corner. Gives to Joe to the far side, out to the hot blue line. Coral flying in the center line, the blue line, a slap shot, a goal! Point is a quick shot by Ashby, broken up by Angotti, and the Hawks come back 2-on-1. Angotti to the blue line, right wing to Chico Mackey, back to Angotti, a shot and a goal! Well, I'll tell you, we just saw a thing of beauty. One of the more beautiful passing goals you will see in a long time. Broke up the play at the blue line of Philadelphia. He and Chico Mackey broke in 2-on-1. It went from Angotti to Chico Mackey, from Chico Mackey back to Angotti. Pavel was totally out of position. Angotti flipped her home, and the Hawks lead 2-0. Blue line of McMillan coming out of backhander, and a save by Gary Smith. And the rebound to the far corner, and back to Makita from Carl. Here's the breakaway. Blue line. Makita coming on. He fakes. He shoots. The shot. And a goal.
Jim Pappin.
Shot and deflected wide the right side. Russell center. Here's the rebound. Post to go to the feet. A shot. And a goal. So the Chicago Blackhawks. Rudman got a long shot underway. Gilbert made the save. It was deflected right. Then Russell went to the backboard. He centered it out through the corner of the crease. Then there was a big pile up of 3 or 4 Boston players, 2 or 3 Chicago Blackhawks. But the puck went over the goal line, and the red light shined brilliantly. We don't have the faintest idea as of this moment who scored the goal. All we know is it was Chicago.
And the draw into the far corner, taken by Edistran. And he has it, trying to back it away, deflected away in front. And